Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So it's another year, another Golden Demon has gone by and another year of amazing entries. GW put up the article, so let's have a little look at them and check them all out. But if you are new to my content, please like, share and subscribe and all that stuff. But most importantly, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers so I can do a big giveaway. But enough of that, let's jump in and look at some amazing miniature painting. Yeah, so Golden Demon was yesterday over at Spiel Essen in Germany, and the entries are absolutely phenomenal. I spent a lot of yesterday morning going through Instagram, just absolutely like drooling over the photos that were getting posted up of everyone's of entries, and it's like well done to everybody who entered, who got finalist pins and commendated, and especially to the winners. There are some absolute works of art presented. It's just so good. So let's just kick it off straight away with the 40k single miniature, which is this one by Matthew. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. One of the things I love about this is the real contrast between the green and the reddy colour of the brown leather. It really just sort of pops. Like the leather on this is absolutely phenomenal. I love the base. I just love everything about this. It's just a beautiful model. So really well done. That's really lovely. And then we have the two runner-ups, so the silver and the bronze. Johan with this Jakari. I was actually sat here last night in work looking at this picture, trying to work out where all the pieces are from this miniature. Obviously, it looks like there's sort of like some incubi in there. I'm pretty sure that looks like Sigvald's head and hair. So yeah, there's like loads of really cool little different parts in there, and I love the texture on the base of the stone and everything. It looks pretty cool. I'd love to see some 360 photos of that. And obviously Andy Wardle picking up bronze with his Fugon. He's definitely got a love of the elf, be it either in 40k or Age Sigma. So yeah, it's a beautiful model as well. Really love that one. For the 40k kill team, Martin Pettersson's kill team for the Space Wolves. I follow Martin on Instagram, and like some of the photos he's put up of this he's been working on has been absolutely phenomenal. This is just flawless. Like, and as a Space Wolf fan, obviously, you know, I really love it. But yeah, absolutely beautiful job, and it's really cool as well because if you look at it, it is actually made up of the Space Wolf kits. Although I don't think the Terminator is. I'm not too sure about the Terminator. I think that's an older Terminator, and then with the older Lightning Claw hands, it's obviously not one of the new Assault Terminators that they've just come out. Cassie also enjoys that as well. And then we have the runner-up. We've got Enderon with his Swooping Hawks. Another absolute fantastic artist. You know, that's just, yeah, there's, what can you say about it? It is absolutely beautiful. I love the fact that you've even got the Phoenix Lord there in the middle. Never been really a big fan of Swooping Hawks, but you know, that does look really cool. I really love the pink power sword. That looks just amazing. And then we got Eric's kill team. Like, this is mental. When you actually get photos of this and you go really into it into detail and you really zoom in, the fact that this is all non-metallic and you've got the OSL coming off the plasma weapons and everything else as well in the on metallic is just mind-blowing of what he's done. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, absolutely beautiful piece of work. So move on to 40k large, and obviously we've got Jarrow. I will butcher people's names, so I do apologise. This orc is absolutely beautiful. I love the texture on the tyres. It's really, really well done. And it's always really cool to see like some of the York buggies and kits and things in the event. It's always really nice. I think painters have a really good time with the York 40k stuff because they can really go to town with it. But yeah, this is a really, really nice piece. The the silver and the bronze, you've got Adam's Dreadnought. Now, when I seen this, I was like really zooming in to sort of look at it because I was convinced that there was like this was custom, there was custom parts, and then I realised that it's basically just a stock Redemptor Dreadnought with a built banner and a really awesome base. But the entire thing is just literal freehand, and I was like, that's like so cool. Again, I was zooming into this last night as well, and just a level of detail, like the non-metallics on the weapon as well is just awesome. And then we got Theo's Fulgrim. Really awesome to see Fulgrim actually in the runnings for Golden Demons and things. It's really cool. A very cool model. I enjoy painting mine, but nothing. Not even anywhere near this standard. This was, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Again, non-metallic golds as well. Really, really well done. So we move on to the next category, and we go into the Warhammer Age of Sigmar single miniature. Now, single miniature in Golden Demon has always been probably the most hotly contested sort of category. For some unknown reason, even for many, many years, the fantasy Age of Sigmar category has always been like the really sort of the one to win, because it always seems to be the mainly hot contested one. Don't know why. Maybe it's because the quality of the miniatures are better, or you've got more rain to do more cool things. But like this is this is just phenomenal. Albert's, yeah, this is what is to say about this? Apparently, there's 32 different kits in this model. I could gush over this all day. I was absolutely drooling over this in yesterday's live stream. And obviously, if you're watching my live stream yesterday, you'll already get my prediction. We're going to be seeing this model again in this article very soon, and you can probably know the reason why. But this is just absolutely amazing. Like, just from, yeah, like when he won the Slayer Sword in 2023, it was like, how do you get better from that? And Albert's answer is, yeah, this. Just mental. The two runners up, we got Eric's. This is the Cities of Sigmar Marshal, heavily converted, with a very, very, very awesome custom base. Now, the actual rocks that the horses stood on, it seems to be the original model kit, and then the actual rest of that base seems to be like full on conversion, which is really cool. Really lovely piece. Love the composition of it. Love the water effect. Water affecting being a really cool element of a lot of these entries. And then in third place we've got Richard Gray with the new guy from the Blades of Corn. Again, beautiful, beautiful model, and it's really cool to see Richard back in the top 3 again, winning more Golden Demons, because he's an absolute fantastic artist. And that's just a stock model, no crazy conversions, and then just impeccably painted by Richard Gray as always. So the Warhammer Age of Sigmar unit warband and Underworld warband, you got Axel's Flesh Eater Courts. At first, I was a bit sort of taken back when I looked at the base, because I was convinced that was 40k terrain. But it's not. It is obviously AOS terrain. But yeah, really lovely done. And you've got to. I would love to see this one up close and personal, because to pick up a gold, which was essentially just 5 models that are just mostly skin, is pretty impressive. I mean, I would love to get real detailed pictures of the skin tones just to see how smooth those blends are. Because it's just skin. That's all the flesh eaters are really, is just skin and bone. And then we have third place. We've got Simon. Has finally got a golden demon. He is a YouTuber. He has a YouTube channel, and you've probably seen a couple of videos that he's had from previous golden demons where he didn't win a golden demon and he'd entered this exact model and didn't win one. But he now has finally won one. The Nurgle pieces are really lovely. There's a lot of like nice undertones of that purple all the way through it, and it's really, really well done. And then basically it's just 3 character models creating a unit, which is quite nice. The Maggot and Nurgle models are really, really cool. They are a really awesome army. And then we finally got Jonathan's Wolf Riders, the Gits. They're really cool. I mean, they're beautiful models as well. It's really cool to see them bouncing through a forest. Yeah, so it's really awesome. Then we got the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Large Miniature or War Machine. Yeah, Keeper of Secrets. And again, another phenomenal miniature from AOS. The AOS has beautiful, big, large kits, and this one is the same. Really, really nice. I really love it. When you actually like zoom into this and you look at the details, there's like non-metallic hoops blended into the black leather of the sort of on the legs. It's just really, yeah, really, really exceptionally done. Absolutely love it. And then we have these guys in second and third, 2 heavily converted, very, very heavily converted miniatures. So one thing I always like about Golden Demon is actually to look at the entries and try to work out what base models they've used. Now, obviously, the silver, this one here, this is the dragon, the new dragon from the Soulblight Gravelords, with the Nurgle Harbinger sitting on it, and a very obviously cool war effect. This is really mental when you actually think about what model that is, and just exactly how heavily converted that is. And this is, I've been going through this trying to work out what these parts are. I'm pretty convinced that this is like the Wendigo base model from the Dark Horse, with the Demon Prince head, and I'm not overly too sure where those wings are from. But yeah, again, another heavily converted entry, and absolutely phenomenal as well. Then we got the Horus Heresy, because it's now its own category, and we got Dunes, Praetor for the Saturnine, really, really lovely. I just love how the armor looks on this. It's just, the blends in the armor are just so smooth. And obviously, it's an Iron Warrior, and it's meant to be silver, but it conveys that non-metallic silver all the way over it. Yeah, absolutely fantastic piece. Really, really love this. I've looked at this a lot, and the more I look at it and zoom in, you just see more and more of the little bits of detail, and it really is impressive. Absolutely impressive. And then we've got Anthony's and Bastion's silver and bronze. Love the death. I'm not a big fan of this Death Guard model. He looks quite derpy and he's really big and chunky. I'm never really big fan of him, but this is a beautiful paint job. And this Space Wolf is just so good. I don't know how they do the fur and they paint like that on that wolf, but it's so flat. I think it's certain paints that they use. It kind of gives me the vibe that they're using things like Chimera paints. But the flatness of the colours and the blends, and how everything sort of smoothly fits together is just so good. Yeah, I really love that one. And it's a Space Wolf, so of course I'm a Space Wolf fan. Then we got the Old World, and like straight away, like it's like holy crap, wow. Yeah, Angelo's Mao Ying, like wow. Like that is, I've built this model and realised how much of a pain in the arse it is to build. And yeah, this is just flawless. Beautiful colours, beautiful blends, lovely freehand on it as well. The base is really cool. It's the stock base, because you're going to kind of have to use the stock base with this model just because of the way it floats. And then you've got like the lightning effect and everything else coming off it as well. You know, Really, 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 really well done. And sometimes I think that lightning effect with the wire and stuff can look really gimmicky, but he's really pulled it off. I really like the fact that as she's levitating, you've got the skull levitating and you've got the Chaos helmet levitating as well, which is such a really nice little touch. And then we've got another two, Eric and Niles with the silver and the bronze. Again, another orc, a classic orc. This is an old school orc shaman from way back in Warhammer Fantasy Battle, with the new staff from the Wade Knob for the Wade Boy and from the Age of Sigmar Ironjaws. Really, really cool to see a very old school model come back to the fore. That's kind of cool. I really like that. I mean, I remember having this model, nearly 20 odd years ago, which is really awesome. And then again, another old school model coming back with heavily converted with this lovely high elf. And I really love like the sort of pink undertones and spot colours all the way through this. It's the base itself as well. The way it's being painted actually kind of gets like, it looks like it's a painting, not like a 3D miniature. And I think that's just so cool. Fair play to Games Workshop for actually taking decent photos of the entries this time. And then we get the Middle Earth. We've got this one, which is really nice. I'm always impressed with the Middle Earth entries because they're so small and so teeny, and yet they're so well painted. Again, really small miniature, but on a really large base, and it's really, really well done. And then we've got this one and this one as well. This is a really cool model with a troll. I quite like that. Some really lovely colours in it. Lots of little colours in the skin. Yeah, really like it. And the leather is beautiful. I'm a big fan of that. And then we get Blood Bowl, Jordan's Orc. I love this. Again, like, there's quite a few of these entries. That the way that they've done the black is something that I would really love to sort of experiment with myself and try to learn to do, because the way that it's just, I don't know how they're doing it, and it's something that I want to learn myself. It's that the fact that when you look at the black, it's so well blended and smoothed out, and you've got the highlights there, but it's so subtle, and it's not like in your face. Like sometimes when you see like black highlighted by the heavy metal, there's these big sharp like lines through it of the light and stuff to really convey the shininess. But this is just so well done. So yeah, really, really interesting. It's a lot of inspiration to sort of try to sort of learn to do black like that myself. And then we've got Pablo's and Lucas's Elf and Chaos Dwarf. And again, like the yellow on this is flawless. Absolutely flawless. And yellow is such a hard colour to paint, but this is absolutely fantastically done. And the Chaos Dwarf is so cool as well. And again, we have that black, which is, yeah, I don't know how they're doing it, but I want to learn. I want to learn how to do black like that, because it's so cool. Then we go to Necromunda, and this, I love this. Like, this is such an awesome entry. The fact that it's just like a couple of stock miniatures from Necromunda, but being painted up with like a Chinese theme, Chinese-Japanese theme, it's just mind-blowing. And it kind of gives me some Blade Runner vibes and some Alien vibes within the Wutani Corporation. Yeah, this is peak science fiction for me. But yeah, really, really impressive miniatures. And then we've got the runners-up. Love this guy. This model is just screams Golden Demon entry. It's just such a characterful model with his crocodile skin boots and his cat and his big fur coat and stuff. And this is an awesome model as well. I really love this as well. I always get the vibe that these guys would work really well for World Eater Scouts for Horus Heresy. Don't know why, they just seem to fit that vibe. But yeah, really awesome models. And then we get the Epic, and James Taro again with another gold for small. I don't know what it is about this guy in painting really tiny little models and Titans. He just does it amazingly. And again, he's got himself another bit of trophy wear for his cabinet, and that is amazing. Not just one Warhound, but we're going to have 3 and a load of little stuff in the base. But yeah, it's so cool. I seen a photo in the category someone had posted, and someone had got a Space Marine from Epic, from Legion Imperialis, and put it on a base just like you would for 40k, and then had it on a plinth, and it was in the small scale, and it was so well done. It was like, yeah, you that's a lot of effort for such a small model, but fair play to you. And then we got Hendron and Dunes again. The War Master Titan is an impressive kit. And when you actually look at the size of the Marines and the Dreadnought next to its feet, yeah, it's pretty cool. And these are really, really lovely. I love these. I'd love to know how he made them. I imagine they're 3D printed and then cast in resin himself. But yeah, really cool. And then dioramas. Now, Andy Wardle seems to be on a little bit of a journey when it comes to his dioramas of late. And his pieces are telling stories. And Andy posted up a lot of photos of this yesterday. And he's also posted up a lot of unpainted photos of it in before he's obviously primed and started painting it. And seeing what's sculpted and what's scratch built in here is phenomenal. And also as well the sheer level of detail in this and the storytelling that he's portraying in this piece is really, really cool. And this isn't the first time Andy's sort of done something like this. He's had quite a few pieces of late that have really captured the story in the moment that he's trying to tell. And I think that's kind of impressive. And, it's really cool to see, again, Andy getting more trophies as well. I really love this. It's a really, really awesome piece. I imagine that if you followed Cult of Paint's Patreon, you'll have probably seen a lot of videos on this, because Andy does a lot of videos in the background about his works in their Patreon as well, especially for the run up to Golden Demon. So yeah, if you want to go and check that out. And then we got these ones. I love this, the Death Corps of Krieg. The fact that it's so Death Corps of Kriegi, and then you've got this white and sort of pinky red Sister of Battle right in the middle in the light is just so cool. And then the non-metallic Sanguinius with all the demons at the bottom. So cool, so epic. Such an awesome, iconic miniature. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how they update that for the Horus Heresy, which is apparently going to happen. And then the duel, I love the duel category because people just go mad. This is cool. White Scars Outrider coming to fight a Nurgle Death Guard Terminator. And at first I was trying to work out what was going on with this weapon. Then I realised he's got like two arms. He has an arm holding it here with a tentacle, and then he has his power fist arm going up in the air. And I was like, all right, that's really cool. But yeah, really, really lovely. Lovely miniature, and again you can see all these little individual parts in it, which is really so awesome. And then we get Jonathan's Black Templar, and again we're back into that black. Now, when I first seen this photo, I wasn't massively impressed with it until I really zoomed in, but this black is impeccable. And again, it's that sort of matte black that has that subtle highlight in it, is really sort of like, yeah, this is the kind of black I want to learn, and it's so cool. Then you've got these vibrant colours of the Beast of the Nurgle, which is cool. And then obviously the Votan versus the Orc. I see the Orc at first, but I never seen the Votan until I sort of like really got looked at it. But that's so cool. Yeah, love that as well. And then the Youngbloods, like, if you're quite an old guy and you're really good at your painting, and you want to sort of like be really depressed about your painting, just check out the Youngbloods category, because these things are fucking phenomenal. Like, this is awesome. This is like a kid, literally, they're under 16s, and this is what they're knocking out. Like, what they're going to be like in 10 years' time. This is really, really lovely with the new Saucer model, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the commemorative models as well. So this hasn't been out that long. So like the fact that they've knocked this out quite quickly to this standard is nuts. Absolutely nuts, and so cool. So, well done, Maximilian. And then we got the other two, Henry and Stan. Like, again, like, these are kids, and it makes me real self-conscious about my own painting. That these three kids are just pumping out some serious quality, and make a note of the names, because I've got a feeling that you're probably going to see them more in the future. if they continue painting and enjoying their hobby and not getting wrapped up in Battlefield 6 or Call of Duty. And then the open competition, which is basically where the GW staff members, and it's kind of sort of like free, do what you want type thing. And this is a beautifully heavily converted Ogre Tyrant. Absolutely phenomenally done. Love it. Like, the level of detail in this is just so good. The really messed up mouth, the skin tones, the sort of weird blackness on the hands. Yeah, really impressive model. And then the two runners up, Liam's Deepkin, like, that is so cool. Like, it's a really weird shark creature, very sort of Aquaman, and then Sten's Cities of Sigmar. I've seen this model quite a lot on Instagram. Yeah, it is really good, but yeah, really impressive. And then obviously we've got the Slayer Sword, and as I said, you know, yeah, we were going to see this model again. This is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. This is the third time Albert's picked up the Slayer Sword. First time was back in 2006, then 2023, and then with this. This is just absolutely bonkersly good. Absolutely bonkersly good. I had a real good look at the photos of it yesterday. Yeah, you could spend hours looking at this. There's so many individual little pieces. It's just so good. But yeah, absolutely amazing. And you know, it like again in 2023, you know, everyone asked the question, how do you get better than what he did? And he pulled this out, and we're going to ask the same question again. How do you improve upon this? Has he not hit peak perfection at this stage? But yeah, the color tones, the textures, the lighting effects, the non-metallics, it is just an absolute mind-blowing entry. And I would love to know how many hours Albert is actually taking to do this, because this is just, I want to see bare photos of it without any paint on it. I want to see it like in its built form, ready to go, because it is just so good. But yeah, that is it. That is Golden Demon for 2025. Mental, absolutely beautiful pieces, and a real inspiration to every miniature painter out there. And I pretty much say this every year, but I really should enter and really like have a crack at trying to win another finalist pin. I'm realistic enough to know that I'm probably never going to win a demon, and I'm good with that, because when you look at these amazing works of art, it's like, yeah, fair play to you boys. You know, you have literally pushed the standard so high that you are at a completely different level to everybody else, and fair play. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and all that good stuff. You can check out my members and Patreon areas if you want. But yeah, check out the Warhammer community post yourself. Zoom right in and have a good look at it, and you'll really enjoy it. Like, you know, Albert's Slayer Sword entry is absolutely bonkersly good. But yeah, that's it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye for now.